Hi everyone, I'm going to continue the series of the awesome Daf Yomi. We are on Daf Zayin, page number 7 of Masechet Kiddushin. Very interesting Daf today. We're going to see that Rabbi, the great Rabbi, is going to raise an oddity, an apparent oddity in a situation with regard to marriage, of a terminology. A potential husband will tell his potential wife whether the marriage can take effect or not. According to Rabbi, if a man says to a woman, "You are betrothed to half of me," the marriage takes effect. If he says, however, to her, "Half of you is betrothed to me," the marriage does not work. And so this seems a bit puzzling. It seems very similar. So Abaya is going to have an objection in a response to this, that the Torah describes marriage in the words, "Ki yikach ish isha," when a man takes a woman as his wife. So what's that saying? Indicating that both husband and wife are full and complete. Rava explains that since, according to the letter of the law, to the din, a man can marry more than one woman. Naturally, we know that according to the Torah. Therefore, the statement, "You are betrothed to half of me," has meaning and weight over here, because that there's a truth to that. Al-Pi Torah, a woman can be married to only one man, however. So "half of you is betrothed to me" has no meaning whatsoever if that's going to be the case, because she is only allowed to marry one man. One question raised by the different perushim, the different commentaries, is why the man would need to make a statement that he retains the right to marry an additional woman. Why? The interpretation given by Rabbah to his statements that only half of him will be married to her. We know that the Torah law allows him to marry a second wife. We know that naturally that's allowed. So there should be no reason to include such a statement as a conditional marriage. And we know, obviously, that Rabbeinu Gershon made a gezeirah that you can't take more than one wife, and this was accepted in some of the countries and some of the countries not. The Tosfot Riazaken points out that ordinarily a person can take a second wife if he has a means to support her. He's got to be able to provide mezonot and everything else. Making such a condition allows him to marry a second wife under all situations, according to that. The Ritva agrees with this approach, adding that stating the condition will at least protect the husband from the first wife's objections to a second marriage, or it might allow him to make a second time, he might allow him to marry a second time, even in communities where maybe the practice was not really practiced. So we know that. Also, just further to add, Rabbi Adin Steinfeld adds, a student of the Rashba will actually argue that this statement is not necessary. The point of the Gemara is to teach us that even a lashon gerua, what is that? It's a weak expression of marriage, nevertheless creates a full marital relationship as long as the statement does not detract from the marriage itself. So this was an insight from Rabbi Adin Steinfeld. Zecher Tzadik Livracha. Very much recommend everyone to buy his Quran Gemara, and may I dedicate this Lilu Nishmat Sarah Yudit Bat Esther. May her memory be a blessing. And guys, have a great day, and please watch the previous videos.